You know, some people have a really shitty ego, and Trump is one of those people that has a shitty ego. And the fact is that he just recently just pulled the United States out of the Paris Climate Agreement. There are 3 countries. 3 are not involved in the Paris Agreement. One is us now, of course. The other one is Nicaragua and Syria. Now, Nicaragua have yet to sign it only because they think the Paris Agreement doesn't go far enough. Syria, I don't know what their fucking problem is. The fact is that the only 3 countries that are not in it, and only one of them has a decent good reason, and we are not in it anymore because, well, Trump, and it's not a good reason because he's just a dickhead. The problem here is the other countries are laughing at us. And that's not the worst of it. The North Koreans are laughing at us. Take that one in for just a minute. The North Koreans are laughing at us saying, hey, you did a stupid thing. That is fucking amazing. Now, this comes from the telegraph.co.uk, and this is from their foreign ministry spokesman, said that the American first policy advocated by Trump led to the withdrawal from the Paris Agreement. This is the height of egotism and a moral vacuum. Can you imagine that? North Korea saying that we are having a moral vacuum. That just colors it right there, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's when you know you've hit a low, is when Kim Jong-un is morally superior to you.
Yeah, exactly. And it continues on saying, seeking only their own well-being, even at the cost of the entire planet.
You know you done fucked up when one of the poorest countries in the world is looking at you saying, yeah, you done fucked up.
Yeah. And Ranger's not even kidding there. If you were to take a look at a satellite over North Korea at nighttime, it looks like there's just little spots where there's light. It's not like, you know, you see across the United States, there's like lights fucking everywhere. You know, it's light pollution. But North Korea, it looks like if you saw it at night, you couldn't tell the water from where the land is. It looks like little chains of islands in the middle of the ocean because those are the only ones that have light.
You can tell where its borders are, but you know, like China and South Korea, because they're outlined with light. And in North Korea, it's the little dot where the capital is, and that's it.
Now, one of the things here, Trump seems to have forgotten or doesn't know what's in the Paris Agreement, and a lot of people don't for whatever reasons. Now, there's only 5 things that are in the Paris Agreement. 5 things. Trump couldn't even count the fucking 5. Okay, the first one is to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius or 1.5 Celsius if possible. That's it. We're just trying to bring the temperature of the planet down so we don't like burn up and melt all the ice caps, and then Atlanta becomes Atlantis. Number 2 is cut greenhouse gas emissions in the 2020s. That's not very far away. We have 4 years. 4 years. 3 years, something like that. I don't know. I don't do a math.
I think he's hedging a bet that he won't live that long, perhaps.
I'm hedging a bet that no one's going to live that long.
Yeah.
Number 3 is pledge a deeper emissions cuts in the future. That's easy. That's easy. And a lot of big businesses, even like Exxon, said to Trump, stay in the goddamn thing. If nothing else, just to find out what everybody else is talking about. But if you pull yourself out, we don't know what they're talking about. We don't know what they want.
And why does Trump want to do this? What was his reasoning behind it?
The other guy gave him too strong of a handshake, and he wanted to pull out. Actually, it was one of his things he said he was going to do when he was running for president. He said, I'm going to pull out of the Paris Agreement because he thinks that it's a bad deal for us.
Well,
it's not a bad deal.
Because we're one of the biggest carbon emission, polluters. It impacts us most directly. But he's all about what he considers to be bottom lines and people not paying their fair share, which is fucking ironic because Trump has reneged on so many deals, quote unquote. He doesn't pay his contractors and shit.
The other one is number 4 is rich nations to provide funding to poorer ones. I think that's fair.
That's the trading of credits, I think.
That's trading of credits. Yeah, it's carbon credits. And number 5 is holding countries to account. And if you don't, and the thing is, we don't have to do, even if we're in this agreement, we don't have to do any of those things. We don't have to do even one of those things. But the other countries are kind of like, it's like shunning you. It's like, in the religious sector, how people like the Mormons or whatever, if you don't follow the Mormon toe the line, they will turn their backs on you. They will shun you and they will cut you out of the family. Like no one's allowed to talk to you anymore. That's basically what they would do to us if we were in this and we didn't do anything. then they could say, hey, let's just not talk to the United States. We'll not do any business with the United States.
I was just going to say it's kind of a lot like New Year's resolutions. You're saying, okay, this is our goal. This is our goal for losing weight, getting healthy, blah, 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 and that's what this is. And granted, it's shunning by other nations. It's not, and again, if you at least attempt to reach your goal, that's one thing. But if you say, oh yeah, we're going to do XXX and you don't do any of it, then everybody's like, really? What the heck? What's going on?
Yeah, exactly.
Did he say why it was a bad deal?
No, he just says he just thinks it's a bad deal. He has absolutely no clue what's going on.
Well, he gets research from Alex
in other words,
Jones.
he just said it was a bad deal, and he's pulling out no matter what.
If I remember, I don't know who I heard this from, but he tried citing like financial reasons. I'm like, what financial reasons?
That's all I've heard is bad. When he says deal, he's talking money. He's talking about bottom line costing us more. Exactly.
Ironically, Trump is the one that's costing us more overall.
Well, yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not even talking just the Paris deal. He spent over $67 million just going back and forth to play golf every fucking weekend.
How much?
$67 million. He's played golf every weekend since he's got into office. He's played more rounds of golf than Obama did in this full 8 years.
Wow, must be nice.
Yeah, really?
But remember, he pledged he's not going to have time to be taking vacations and playing golf.
That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Total bullshit. Oh, but he met with the Chinese leader out at Mar-a-Lago. He wined and dined him there with his burnt steaks and shit. I'm sorry.
We paid for it.
Yeah. Yep, we did.
And the thing is, Trump, he claims that he wanted to bring back jobs to America with coal. Nobody fucking uses coal anymore. More people are employed at Arby's than there are in the coal factories.
Yeah.
Buggy whips used to be a thing.
Yeah, buggy whips used to be a thing.
That was a business.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Maybe he's bringing that back.
I don't know. And the thing is, I saw this meme not long ago. Not sure to how true it is, but apparently he did bring some jobs back. 70. That's it. 70 jobs. Way to go, Trump. You're going to make America great again with those 70 jobs. We'll be out of debt in no time with 70 new jobs.
Well, were those paralegals helping his lawyers sue people?
That's probably where the 70 jobs came from.